All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is slope from real world problems. And we want to talk about what the slope means in this case. And so remember, slope is change in y over change in x every time we calculate this. And so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so your neighbor's dog Patsy ran away from home. You found the dog 60 meters from their house. You decided to walk the dog back to your neighbor's house. The results of you and the dog's position and the time it takes you to take the dog home are below. What is the meaning of the slope? Okay, and so the meaning of the slope, if we were to calculate the slope, we would do y2 minus y1, so we would need 2 good points. And so I'm going to pick the y-intercept, which is 0, 60, and then I like this point too. Let's do 2, 50. So if I call this x2 and this x1, this y2 and this y1, nope, can't do that. Don't switch them. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 gives me a negative 10 on top and a 2 on bottom, which gives me negative 5. Okay, so the slope, the value is negative 5. But to determine the meaning of this, you want to put units on that. And so the y's are measuring meters. And then the x's are measuring seconds. And so the units on this is meters over seconds. I'm going to rewrite it vertically. Meters over seconds. And so we read that as meters per second. And so if we're trying to determine the meaning of this number, we're looking for an answer choice that says meters per second. And so there's going to be lots of distractors. And so here, this says how many seconds you walk, how many meters you walk, how many meters per second, and then seconds per meter. We want meters per second, and so the correct answer is C. And so the shortcut for finding these is to look at your units. Dollars per week. So change in Y would be dollars. Change in X would be weeks. So dollars per week. Let's look at our choices for meeting. How much money per week? Weeks, money, money. Okay, so you're always looking for that per week, something that tells me it's a rate. And so A would be our answer here. This bug on a rug example, not even reading what it's talking about. It's talking about centimeters. Oop, don't want to do that. Centimeters, seconds. So centimeters would be our change in Y. Seconds would be our change in X. So we're looking for a choice that says centimeters per second. Seconds, how far, how many centimeters, centimeters per second. So choice D. All right, now if we want to